You're listening to a podcast of Nick Ferrari at Breakfast from LBC. Nick Ferrari at Breakfast on LBC. Call 0345 6060 973.
More on that H&M sweater or hoodie in a moment. Nadine, you'll be the next caller. But let's come back to the Nick Ferrari LBC ABC campaign anti-bullying charter and go to the Hammersmith Academy, where LBC's Rachel Venables is looking at some anti-bullying initiatives. Rachel.
Nick, we're sat here on tall stools surrounded by colourful splattered desks, brushes in the sink, the smell of paint in the air as well. Yes, I am sat in the art classroom, F32 to be exact, of the Hammersmith Academy here in West London. It's Miss Holland's room, and I'm joined by three of her pupils, Luca and Rania. They're both in Year 9, Shahad as well in Year 10, and they're all anti-bullying ambassadors. Now, I'm going to start with you, Rania. Tell me a bit about being an anti-bullying ambassador. It's through the Diana Award. What is it that you guys do?
Basically we provide a safe space for people around the academy and also inform them about anti-bullying and the dangers of social media online.
So why did you want to become an ambassador? What is it that you do as well, sort of week in, week out?
I think giving me a sense of responsibility around the school and also trying to help people any way I can.
Now, she mentioned there social media. Certainly for many of the people listening, bullying when they were at school, and even when I was at school, kind of ended at the gates. You know, it would be a nasty comment in the classroom, in the corridors, but then it would finish. You guys have got to deal with cyberbullying as well. Shahad, just tell me a little bit about that, what it means for you guys, you know, your generation.
So when the word cyberbullying comes into our heads, we just think of social media being malicious, and that's exactly why I think it's social media becoming out of control. And there's a bit of like a conversation about whether cyberbullying or like front-to-front bullying is worse, and to be honest, I think it might be cyberbullying because it's like directly somebody thinking of what to type, somebody taking the time to say something rude to someone. But if it's front-to-front bullying, for example, physical or verbal bullying, it's really impacting also, but it isn't like something that's emotionally stimulated as much as cyberbullying.
It's the idea, I guess, of someone being sat behind a computer screen and typing or on their phone. Is there particular apps? Is it worse on Facebook or Snapchat? How do you see it sort of manifest?
I think to 12 to 16-year-olds specifically, it might be Snapchat, but it can also happen in Instagram or anything like that. And it's also ironic that the Snapchat logo is a ghost because it's something that can just follow you around. It's something that can pressurize you in your mind. And I think cyberbullying is quite a pressure to our generation, especially with the impact of the media.
Yeah. And for you, Luca, what sort of things do you tend to see with cyberbullying? What sort of things would your classmates come up against?
I see that, I agree with Shahad, that the impact of cyberbullying is bigger because people, like, they feel like they're shielded, like you said, behind a computer screen. And that anonymity, is that the word? Yeah. It gives them more confidence, and I would agree. Yeah, I'm more confident online than I am in person, and the fact that they do have this layer between them, it does give them like a right. They feel like they have a right, and they don't see a consequence in what they're saying.
So how does it come about? Because someone could say a comment to a friend in a classroom, you know, you could turn to Rania and sort of make a joke or something like that. Would it be worse if it's typed or online? Do you see people almost launching campaigns? Can it be that level of relentlessness which you can see? Yeah,
I feel like online, like I just said, people are way more malicious, more overconfident, so like they put it on this persona. And so maybe, yeah, if it's a joke in a classroom between friends, between a class maybe, it is not as worse as it being online, because if it's online, it's there. Even if it's on Snapchat, that whole 24-hour thing, people can still screenshot. And I feel like online, it's just going to be there and linger.
Brilliant. Well, listening to all of that is Miss Holland. Now, you're head of student voice here. What is it that this school does specifically to try and tackle some of these problems?
So safeguarding our students, both inside school and outside school, is one of our key responsibilities. So for us, it's really about educating our students in the first place to be respectful online, to be responsible, to be aware of their online footprint. We have things like the SHARP system, where students can report things about themselves, but also about each other, and really look out for each other. We'll keep on top of things that are coming up in the media. So, for instance, Snapchat letting parents know about the location services. So really for us, it's having that whole awareness of the students inside and outside of school.
And just lastly, this week is about learning more about cyberbullying and how to tackle it. If you guys were Prime Minister for the day, if you were in charge, what would you do to try and help pupils, help people across the country?
I think maybe educating the older generations about the social media and what the impacts can be.
Brilliant. Listen, guys, thank you very much. Back to you now, Nick, in the studio.